Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I just need to clean these glasses, y'all. I hope everyone is doing well. SIP stands for Spirit and Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I hope that you are in your practice today. I hope you started your day with your spiritual practice, and I hope you are doing very, very well. I am doing super better than I was this morning, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. But we are in our new series that we started yesterday, Liminal Space. Liminal Space. That's where we are going this week. And so let me just recap a little bit about liminal space. So this was inspired by Bob Roth, who I mention pretty often. He is the CEO of the David Lynch Foundation, and their mission is to spread transcendental meditation around the world. And I am a TMer. I practice transcendental meditation. And in one of the meditations, he talked about liminal space. He does like a 5-minute talk before we meditate. And I got very curious about that word liminal because I never heard it before. I've heard it in the context of subliminal, but I never heard it by itself as liminal. And so y'all know me, I get curious and then I want to find out and I want to learn stuff, y'all. I want to learn stuff. I try to learn something new every day. And so the definition for liminals is psychology of relating to or situated at the limit. And limit is the threshold at which a stimulus begins to produce an effect. The second definition is of or relating to a transitional or intermediate stage, state, or period. And the origin of the word liminal comes from a Latin word that means threshold. So at Rockland CSL, where I am the spiritual leader, our theme for this month is commencement as communion, right? And I love how things just align, things just align. So liminal space is the perfect fit for commencement as communion as well. So it's that feeling of being in between, right? That something is ending or has ended, and you're in that space where the new has not been fully formed yet, right? So the new may still be in the invisible realm. It has not come into form. It has not produced an effect yet. So we could think of it in a physical location, like if you're at a parking lot, right? Or if you're in a waiting room, things of that nature. But metaphorically, it is a state of being in transition. And so, I jam with the metaphysical, right? I'm interested in the metaphysical. And so the metaphysical aspect is being in a state of transition. So it's really important for us to check in to see what state we are in, right? And so this morning, I woke up in a state of funk. I woke up in a state of funk this morning. And I knew it was kind of carried over from yesterday. And I could not pinpoint why I was feeling a little low and drained yesterday. I have full days. I live a full life like as many of us do. And I know what I can do better is what I advise others to do, P, is to slow down, right? Slow down. And so I went to bed last night and I couldn't clear it. Usually I'm pretty good at clearing before I go to bed, and I just couldn't clear it. And then when I checked in to see, like, okay, what else do I need to do to support myself? And the clear answer was just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. So that's what I did. And I set my alarm to go off at 5 because today was one of the days that I was walking with one of my girlfriends at Orchard Beach. So this was something that she has been wanting to do. And I told her that I would support her in that, and we'll go and do a 5K at Orchard Beach. So when I got up, she left a text like 2 in the morning that she was at the ER and that we wouldn't be able to go to the beach this morning. And I'm like, "What?" So I texted her, I said, "I hope everything is well, let me know what's going on when you can." And I still got up because then I was like concerned about her, and I said, "Let me just get up." So I got up, I did all my morning stuff, did my spiritual practice, meditated, do all the things. And I was aware that I was in a little funk, right? I was in a little funk. So after I did all my things, it was about, I don't know, going on 7. And I'm laying in my office. I'm sitting in my office, and I said, okay, I could either get myself together and go to the track, or I could lay back down. So I lay back down. And then I was like, I don't know, fidgety. So I woke back up and I said, okay, let me write some more morning pages. So I started writing my morning pages. And morning pages is just stream of consciousness, just a mind dump. Just get it all out on the page. And I recognized that I had some resistance to writing what I was thinking, right? And I was like, "Oh, this is new. Like, why is there resistance to writing what I'm thinking?" And so I wrote that. Why is there resistance to me writing what I'm thinking? And then what came through was because you don't want it to be, you don't want it to come true. And I was like, just because. So I started having this dialogue back and forth with myself and my higher self. And so we worked through all of that. And at the end of it, it was like, go back to sleep. So I went back to sleep. And I slept soundly, and I was having all of these dreams. And sometimes when we have a lot of dreams, that is a way that our body releases stress. So I had all these dreams, and then I woke up and looked at the time. It was 8:37. So on Thursdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go to the gym and I do a strength training class, and I love it. I love the instructor. I love the people in the class. I love everything about it. And it starts at 9 o'clock. It's 8:37. So I was like, girl, go, 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 right? You can make it. You can make it. And I knew more than likely that somebody would save me a spot because this class is very popular and it gets crowded. And if you get there late, you won't have a spot. But people be looking out for me. So I said, I'm pretty confident somebody will save me a spot. So I jumped up, got myself together, ran out the door, jumped in the car, got to the gym. About 5 minutes late, and got right into it. And it was good, y'all. It was good. And I know y'all might be saying, Rev Melissa, what in the world does this have to do with liminal space? We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Because sometimes I think it might be beneficial for 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 me to share the things, the things that sometimes I go through. Sometimes people have this impression that people who are ministers or in that realm, like nothing ever happens to them, like everything is good, or they can all work it out just like that. No, 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 no. I'm just like y'all, just human being doing the things, spiritual being, living my life, all that. So what I'm saying is I hope this is helpful just to hear this story and maybe you can apply it to when you're feeling in a funk, or if you go to bed and you just can't lift something off of your shoulders. It's just kind of like weighing there. What I'm hopeful for is that you'll remember me sharing, and maybe you will see something that you can use or apply to yourself. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy's joining us on Instagram. She said, yes, very beneficial. I appreciate you sharing what you go through and how you are feeling. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Linda, it is a process for each and every one of us. Yes, it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So after the gym, I was feeling, those happy hormones are up and dancing, and I was feeling better. And and then I got myself together to leave to, get home. And so as I'm walking through the gym to get out, I'm talking to God. I was like, okay, God, like whatever this is, just tell me, like what's going on with me, right? And so sometimes I say, just give me a sign. just, just give me a sign, right? So I'll get to the car, I turn on the car, and this song comes on. All I do is win. You know that? The DJ Khaled with Ludacris and Snoop Dogg. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. That song, right? So we were just talking about this song a couple of weeks ago because it was one of the songs that Sekou had chosen in his book, Hack Your Pain Now, to help you shift your vibration, right? To play that song, all I do is win. And when I got in the car, I turned it on, the radio was on. When I turned it on, the radio came on, and that song was playing. And I sat there laughing, just laughing, because I was like, okay, that's my sign, right? And I'm singing a song, and I'm just having a good old time, right? So I drive home, and I was like, okay, I'm clear. What this is my liminal space. It's my liminal space. The reason why it's so challenging for me to identify is because I've never been in this kind of liminal space. And so what liminal space am I in? I'm in the liminal space of my girls leaving to go to college. I'm experiencing that that shift, that shift. The liminal space of every day mothering them, hands on, and that shifting to them being away. One in Alabama, one in Georgia, y'all. They're not going to be right around the corner. They're going to be away, away. And I'm feeling some kind of way about it, y'all. I really am. And it's not that I'm concerned that they're going to be okay or not. I know they are fine because they got the whole universe that looks after them. All of our ancestors look out for them. So I'm not concerned about their safety or anything like that. It's just a shift. It's a change. It's a transition, right? For me as a mother, it's a huge transition. And y'all, I know I ain't the first mother to go through this. I know, I know. However, I am the first mother to go through this for me. This is my first time going through this, and it is a liminal space. It is a transition. Something is ending for me as their mother, and the way in which I had mothered them up until this point. There is being a shift, and it's already happening, y'all. They're more independent. They're 18 years old. You know, it's already starting to form. And I'm recognizing that that is the space that I'm in. That is my state of being. That is my state of being right now. So as I was looking more into liminal space, I came across this definition from Richard Raw. And he wrote this book. I haven't read it, but it's a quote from the book. And the book is Falling Upward: Spirituality for the Two Halves of Life. He said, liminal space is where we are betwixt, betwixt and between the familiar and the complete unknown. So I'm betwixt, y'all. I am betwixt and I am between the familiar. I know what it's like. I'm familiar with what it's like to be a day-to-day mom with them right here, and I could put my hands on them, right, and get to them quickly. And the complete unknown is where I am transitioning into, completely unknown, this experience that I am having. So, how do we support ourselves when we are going through a liminal space? How do we support ourselves when we are going through a liminal space? So, that's what we're going to get into tomorrow. I'm going to share some tools, some practices, some techniques, some skills that you can use when you find yourself in a liminal space. And a liminal space can be you just left a job and you're in between and you're betwixt. It could be a death that you have experienced. It could be a relationship ending. It could even be you could be in a liminal space when you have healed something, because now you've healed. And now what? Right? There's a whole new opening for you that you are unfamiliar, because you're showing up as a healed person that is unfamiliar to many of us. To show up now as a healed person, it could be something like shifting a limiting belief that you believed all your life. Like, I am not worthy. You believe that all your life. That is what you are familiar with. And then you transform that limiting belief to know that you are worthy. You're in a liminal space because your state of being has shifted from unworthiness to worthiness. Now, how are you going to show up as a person who knows who they are? You are in a liminal space. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's all right. So we're going to share about that tomorrow. What we can do to support ourselves when we are in a liminal space. Yes, yes, yes. So let me check in with you all, and then we'll get into some joy news. Fee is sharing. I believe it has everything to do with liminal space. I'm with you. Thank you, Fee. Shay, I'm in a state of creativity and birthing. It's a new paradigm for me, and my work is in the world. I'm so grateful. Yes, Shay, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Fee is shouting out Fatima West. I know you can relate. Yes, Fatima's daughter is in college. I believe she went this past year. I'm sure every present involved and engaged intent can relate. Oh, every parent involved and engaged can relate. Powerful. I don't have kids and I have some sort of overstanding if this subject. Yes, yes, Fee. I think every parent can relate as well. And Linda, even 4 years into retirement, I'm still feeling my way through. I'm determined to continue growing and thriving. Yes, retirement, right? That is an ending, and you're stepping over a threshold into a new way of being. Beautiful, Linda. Yes, yes, I know. Be parent. Yeah, I got you, girl. All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. Let's get into some joy news. So I want to say thank you to Sekou Rice for blessing us last night with our community cafe. Hack Your Pain Now is his book. Get it, y'all. Get it, get it, get it. And read it and do the commandments. Do obey the commandments. It's a emergency survival guide that will support you even and you if you're going through a liminal space. Hack Your Pain Now is a really good book that you can use to companion yourself as you're going through a liminal space. So look at that other alignment that we will be doing this book study now for the month of May and June. And that song, All I Do Is Win, just happened to be playing on the radio when I got in the car from the gym. And that is one of the songs from one of Sekou's commandments. None of this is a coincidence. None of it is a coincidence. It's all in alignment. It's all in alignment. So we will be wrapping up our last session of the book study next Wednesday. And let me tell you something. You can read that whole book between today and next Wednesday because the commandments are quick, a couple of pages, y'all. So you could do that, give that gift to yourself, and you can get the book still on Amazon in 3 formats. Use it, use it, use it. All right. Second thing, this Sunday we are in person at UUCR. UUCR is the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Rockland. And the third Sunday of the month, we do a collaborative service with them. And I will be speaking. And my topic this Sunday is all about saying yes. And I'm saying yes. It's all about saying yes to the call within us. So join me this Sunday. We are in Pomona, New York. If you're in the area in Rockland County, you can get all the information by going to rocklandcsl.org, our website. Click Sunday service, and all the information is there. And this Sunday is Potluck Sunday. So if you're coming, bring something to share as we fellowship after service with each other. So I'm very excited to be in person 2 Sundays in a row, because last Sunday we were at our new space at the Angel Nyack in Nyack, New York. And we will be back there on August 3rd. We won't be there in July, but we will be there August 3rd, the first Sunday of the month. And the intention is for us to be there the first Sunday of every month starting in August. So stay tuned. I'm just putting that little seed right there so you could have that awareness about in-person opportunities. Because I know many centers are just online now since COVID, but there is something that you just cannot get online that you receive in person. At least that is my experience. So we'll be in person this Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And we'll be virtual, but we'll be virtual on the UUCR Zoom link. And again, you can find all of this information on the Rockland CSL website. Okay? All right. I want to just give a shout out to Fee King. Fee King has an amazing book out as well called Her Story Unstuck. And Fee King is doing some work that you can use to get yourself unstuck and look good as you do it, because she is the go-to fitness girl and she will get your body and your mind right. So follow Fee King on social media for her next upcoming fitness awakening, because she ain't calling them challenges anymore. She's calling them awakenings. So I love that, Fee. So please follow Fee King and follow what she says. All right. If you want to support my ministry of joy, of which Morning Sip is a part of, you can do so by supporting my merchandise, joy merchandise, and t-shirts, sip joy mugs, socks. So there's a good assortment. Go to Etsy. I have an Etsy store at I am Rev Melissa, and you'll see all of the joy merchandise there. I also want to let you all know that I'm a co-host of another podcast by Eugene Holden, Eugene Holden's Academy of Self Mastery. So we rotate as co-hosts, and all of us got to be together um, this past Tuesday. So go to Eugene Holden's Academy of Self Mastery on YouTube, and you will find that episode and other episodes there as well. All right. I think that's all the joy news that I have to share today. I will see you tomorrow. We will wrap up our liminal space. It just clicked for me that tomorrow is Friday. I don't know what day I think today is. I know it's Thursday, y'all, but for a moment, I don't know what day it is. So tomorrow we will wrap up our liminal space series with some tools that you can use to support yourself as you cross over into a threshold that is awaiting you, that is awaiting you. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.